Hello YouTube and welcome back to part 4 of our Shogun Showdown Battle Royale, where today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing Tears of a Tragedy, and we're going to be learning how to accept yourself. Now, again, there were certain little technical problems I had before doing this, because I found out there is technically a translation of this song out there. However, you have to they're asking you to translate it yourself, so you know, I'm kind of out of luck on that part. Also, it won't even allow you to highlight the text just so you can put it through Google Translator. I know it might not give the most accurate of responses in the world, but then again, you just kind of have to improvise and just sort of assume that, you know, despite certain nouns being in the wrong place, you can pretty much correct them almost. It isn't particularly a very difficult thing to do, but it would have been a solution. I don't understand why I can't just highlight the text. But despite that, I think I've actually figured out a pretty useful way of actually getting around this problem, and I'll show you guys when we get to the end. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Accept yourself in 3, 2, 1, and was sweet, guys. It was really sweet. I'm also going to assume that whoever came up with the artwork here, they were really big fans of Photoshop and the double exposure tool, because I recognize how they've done this. I could probably pull that sort of thing off myself, but that's just me talking. And so anyway, guys, that was "Accept Yourself" by Tears of Tragedy. It's, you know what, initial impressions, it's, and I think I could like sum this up like really simply. It's like having, well, first off, can I just like make a point about this singer? And this is something I've always got excited for when listening to J music, is that when a female singer ever just begins, that her voice is just, and it could be no matter who it is so smooth, and it is so relaxed. It's a lot of these things I'm realizing is that the voices are so smooth, so it's like you can literally just, it's like the air, you can literally just like move your hand through it, and you're almost like, it's almost like it's all around. It's an omnipresence of this voice. That's the way I describe it. It's the sort of voice that is there to give you a pat on the back or something like that. That's what these, and I've been noticing this regularly when I've been doing these songs, and that's always, it's the, now I can get back to like the biggest comparison I can make is that this Tears of Tragedy, and I hope it's not just for this album, but they continue to have this this tone of voice. They were this rather approach, I should say. It's one of, if Sharon Dan Adele from Within Temptation was now starting to play for the UK band Dragon Force, because Dragon Force are also very well renowned for playing extremely powerful melodies, and I have some of the most passionate hearts you're going to find for this business. Anyone who's ever listened to the song Through the I think it's like Through the Wind and Fire will pretty much will know exactly where I'm coming from. Now, also with that being said, now this is sort of like the part where I'm going to try and like work my way around what I was getting to earlier about what we can take. And this is the thing, is that while I was trying to get, the lyrics are indeed important if you want to find out exactly what was going on in the song. Well, you know what? Sometimes, and it's not like Tears of Tragedy is anything exceptional in this under these circumstances, but sometimes you just got to look at yourself and say, I don't know, man, what did you think about the song? And with a title like Accept Yourself, I'm going to assume the intentions that what Tears were trying to do is that they were trying to make people sort of like realize exactly who they are and exactly what they've managed to do. That they should be able to accept who they are and where they are in the world. Sometimes, however, many times people are simply not happy with the fact that they have to accept who they are, and the fact that everybody else seems to assume that there's nothing that can be changed. Listen, in the world right now, in fact, not just as of today, 23rd of June 2020, not everybody accepts the world we're living in right now. That's why we have protesting. That's why we That's why people are taking measures and the law into their own hands, because they are so completely at wits' ends to try and like believe that this is the life that ought to exist, when there's got to be better chances for people like them and for people like you and me out there in this world. But that doesn't mean there aren't some things that I have to straighten out in terms of like straight up acceptance. And you may have heard me say this a few times before. There are two definitives in life. There are only two. You live and then you die. That's it. Everything else in between is completely it's completely objective. It could be literally whatever the hell you want it to be. In fact, that's pretty much the way you have to do it. Is that if you can only have to accept some of the very basic things that you can't technically change, it's when you begin to realize exactly what you can change about yourself. For example, let's say that I'll give you like a pro and a con to this. Con, you have to accept the fact that you are not going to be a water buffalo. Pro is that because you're human, you get to do a lot of the other things that most humans can do. Con, you may be born with only one leg. Pro, it doesn't stop you from becoming a lawyer, for example. It doesn't stop having one leg. Does not stop you from becoming a doctor. It doesn't stop you from becoming a chef. There are many people out there who work in the culinary business who have disabilities of almost every description you can imagine, and some of them are Michelin stars. Some of them are phenomenally successful. Now we'll do another one. Con. People seem to believe that this life is not worth living. Pro. There are plenty of things in this world worth living for. Maybe some things you've forgotten. Maybe some things you have absolutely no idea you can achieve. Con, you have to accept the fact that other people will die. Pro, it doesn't mean you should be forgetting about them. Just because, and again, anybody out there who's ever been to a funeral for a family member, a friend, or even watched a spectacle on the news about somebody famous, maybe one of your heroes who was reported to have died as of recently, you may be thinking to yourself that there's might possibly be no point left because they were the only people you possibly ever looked up to. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that's not really our decision to make. We can't force other people to live. We do not have the power to intercept that idea that we can force people to live for 10 more years. I mean, I'm pretty sure 10 or so years ago, in fact no, it was 11 years ago the more I think about it, if 11 years ago people wanted to make sure that Michael Jackson was to stay alive, they probably would have done so. But unfortunately, that sort of thing is almost out of their hands. It was in the hands of the doctor who gave Jackson his medication. That was the consequence. He'll have to pay for that. Yes, but it wasn't our fault that Michael Jackson died, whether we realize this or not. And just you see what I'm trying to get at. There are certain things you have to understand, that no matter how much it pains us, no matter how much we feel like we will be haunted for our actions, there are some things in this world that we do, or maybe we haven't done, but we're going to have to accept. But if you don't want to feel bad, if you don't want to feel as if like you're going to be living your life full of regret, then don't regret anything. Do something about it. Accept the fact that you know maybe you're shy, maybe you're afraid of the consequences. But if you really do want to defy expectations, you want to break away from the mold, you've got to just do it. You've got to break the mold to break away from the mold, if you know what I'm saying. Or if you don't want to do that, simply accept the fact that you've made you pay for the decisions, for the choices you make. And if that's where you want it to be, then you're going to have to learn to accept that. It's very, very simple. So I guess I could honestly say the message really of accept yourself is, who are you and what do you want? Not anyone else. What do you want more than anything in the world? Tell me. And then maybe that's when when you start being honest with yourself as well, you'll begin to realize that, you know what, maybe I can make a difference. Look at the man in the mirror, ladies and gentlemen, and make that change. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Accept Yourself by Tears of a Tragedy. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe so you get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to see all of you guys again in the next reaction video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.